some of the devices, including these ones, can be set up so that you can use them either as an iBeacon or as an Eddystone beacon. So what are the differences between iBeacon and Eddystone? So iBeacon, as I said, it's Apple standard. They only transmit unique ID. You need to have an app for that to work. So your app needs to implement API in order to detect beacon. Also, this works both with iOS and Android, so there are APIs on both platforms to use iBeacons. On the other hand, Eddystone is a Google standard. It's open sourced, and it have a bit more features. Those features differs from what types of data are transmitted. So there are 3 modes actually of operation for Eddystone beacon. You can set each Eddystone beacon to one of these 3. One is Eddystone UID. This is actually same as iBeacon, so you can work it basically the same way. It transmits the ID. The other one is Eddystone URL. This one is interesting because you can broadcast URL, and you don't really need to have an app for this. So you don't need a user to implement your app, to use your app in order to detect your beacon. You will get a notification of nearby Eddystone URL beacons if you have a Chrome browser installed on your phone. It works both on iOS and Android. All you need is to actually enable physical web in the options. And I believe there are a couple of those beacons that are running inside this building or near this building. And the last one, Eddystone telemetry. This one is a bit complex. It emits ID, but also it emits some telemetry information. Though some of these beacons have like temperature sensor or humidity sensor or even accelerometer. So with each message transmitted or broadcasted by the beacon, you will get also, besides the ID, you will get also telemetry information, for example, current temperature, humidity, or acceleration if there is one. Eddystone beacons works also with both platforms, so iOS and Android, if you want to have a cross-platform solution. So I explained a bit of how it works and what types of there, but what is actually good for? What we gain with this? And the most important things that we get with beacons is actually physical context. I think this is really important to understand because yes, we have GPS and yes, we have some other location aware APIs that we can use, but they are not precise and they are not reliable. Try to use GPS to precisely know where the user is in a building. It's not useful. So this gets very cool because you know that when your app detects a beacon, you know that user is in close proximity of that beacon. So if this beacon is here, I know that if you use my app, I know that you are all here. So I can present to you some contextual information that are relevant for you being in this place. This, as I gave an example with the museum, also with the cafes and restaurants, or shops, you can get the coupons or discounts by just entering the shop. And usually, what you will see in large shopping malls, there are thousands of beacons, and they are placed in each shop, or even in several beacons in one shop, just in a few corners of the shops. So if you use, for example, if some shopping mall has an app, they can provide you with some relevant information knowing that you are actually in exactly that shop. If you try to do this with other types of location services, you will not get reliable information. So let's now talk about how we can work with this. So what APIs can we use? And there are a couple of APIs. We can use one from the Google. It's called Google Nearby Notification API. It's really straightforward and simple. There is SDK for iOS and Android. Also, each manufacturer has its own SDKs. For example, I was using Estimote beacons, these ones, and those have APIs also for Android and iOS as well. It's quite simple to use. And of course, if you are building an app for iOS only, you can use Apple SDK for accessing beacons. But this is Android conference, so we'll skip that part. So what things we can do with these APIs? There are two things we can do. We can do background monitoring, and for that, this means actually, this is the case that I was talking about. So you set up a background monitoring in your app, and whenever a beacon that you have ID for it, when you are in the range, when the device is in the range of that beacon, your app will get a notification. Another way to use it is when you detect a beacon, you can actually estimate the distance between user and the beacon. And this is called ranging. This is used in some manufacturers advertise use of beacons to do indoor navigation by measuring a distance from a beacon and doing some math to get the precise location. The problem with the ranging is actually it's not really reliable. You cannot get really up to the meter precision. So you usually know if you are near the beacon or you are far off the beacon. There are lots of things when used indoors that can disrupt the signal, so the signal strength cannot be measured correctly. So I would not recommend to use this as a reliable source of measuring the distance. Also, if you use extensively this method, then you will drain the battery of your phone really quickly. So another thing. And in both cases, you need to actually to know IDs of your beacons in order to detect them. And if you are building an app for a big shopping mall where there is like thousands of beacons, it's really hard to manage all those IDs, locations, etc. So for that, Google helped us, and Google created a beacon dashboard. Beacon dashboard is actually a cloud registry of beacons. Quite simple tool, but just lets you not think about how to manage all your beacons. There are a couple of things that you can do. Additionally, you can manage your own infrastructure, so your own list of beacons, set their locations, their IDs, etc. And you can also, using the power of Google Cloud, to actually share that infrastructure to be used by other parties, other apps. Or you can even make it public, so anyone can build an app that uses your beacons. This is actually what City of Amsterdam did. They put lots of beacons throughout the city, and they make a website, and they also put everything in this beacon dashboard and made available to anyone who wants to create an app that uses public beacons. So it's quite a cool thing. And the UI of the dashboard is quite simple and easy to use, so it's really no-brainer. So I believe that this is one of the most important things in this talk to talk about the use cases. I think I tried to explain a gist of what beacons are and how they can be used, but to get a sense of their potential, I'll now talk about some use cases, and I will go through a list of several industries where this can be used. And we'll start with the retail industry, as this is where it all started, and I believe this is where the beacons are now mostly used. So, as I said before, one of the interesting things here is actually getting coupons or discounts, etc. So people like discounts, and if you can target to get them at the right time, at the right location, this actually can make some conversions. So example is you are passing by a shop and it will tell you, okay, we have a discount 20% on this pair of shoes, etc. Other things that can be done is actually, if you set the range of beacon which you can do to emit in a short range signal, so up to a few meters, then you can actually put that beacon on a shelf where you know that you have this type of shoes or this dress, and when a user is nearby, so in the range of that beacon, you know that they are actually looking or trying this dress or shoes. And you can say, for example, if they're using your app, you can just give them notification, hey, I see that you are interested in these shoes. Keep in mind that we have these shoes in different colors in our online store. Would you like to order it now or try it in another shop? And this is for a quite neat use case for a short range scenario. But also you can put one beacon outside your shop, and when the people are passing by, you can say to them like, hey, from your wish list of these items, we have 3 of them in our shop, you can buy it right now. Or you can press a button and someone from inside the shop will prepare for you the order, you just pick it up. This is just some things that you can do inside the retail store. Okay, sorry about this. The next industry I will talk about is hospitality. This one is interesting for the hotels and restaurants mainly. For hotels, for example, you can do automated check-ins. So when you are in the lobby of the hotel, if you're using their app, the app can notify the reception that you are here, you need to check in, and they will prepare all the documents, keys, etc. So you can do that really fast. You can also do, you can unlock the door of your room by just being in front of the door, and the door would automatically open. However, I'm not sure about the security aspect of this. Again, for the restaurants, one interesting case is actually ordering food. So if you put beacons on the table, so you have one beacon for each table, you could actually make an app to order the food. So you will just go into a restaurant, sit at the table, open the app will know at which table you are, you can order food and food will just come to your table. Again, also with the retail, you could also use beacons to advertise discounts and coupons, etc. So lots of different use cases to actually help people do what they want to do at a certain place. Transportation is very interesting, at least for me, and I also did some proof of concept for some clients regarding this. And one thing that you can do is to put beacons on bus stops. And for example, if a driver has an app, it can also sense that data that the bus is at a certain stop. On some projects, we had some issues where we needed to locate precisely where the bus is. And with the GPS location, it's not always reliable. And this will help definitely. And also for the travelers, you can just get in front of the bus station, and you will get notification when the next bus is coming. You just don't need to find the timetable or look for the screen, etc. It will just pop up the notification, and it will say, okay, yeah, I have 2 minutes to catch the next bus or train, etc. Also, you can use that to pay for your ride ticket. You just enter the bus, the phone detects that you're in a certain bus, and you can just notify that you are in the bus using the ride. So after that, you will just get out, no checkout needed. The phone will detect everything, and you will be billed at the end of the month with how much you take in the rides. And on airports, for example, it could be useful to monitor long queues. For example, if you have a big rush and there is lots of people waiting in the security line, you could add beacons there, and people based on what plane they are catching, they might get priority to get faster, just not to wait them later. So there are lots of things where you could help people and make the better experience for them in some really normal situations. The last one is corporate, and this one is actually interesting for all of you. You could actually implement these things in your own companies. You could put beacons inside conference rooms and get notification when you enter the room until when the conference room is available. Some companies put beacons, small beacons, attach them to the laptops, projectors, etc. So if they get lost somewhere in the building, they could find them easily. So these are the use cases, and I believe that you will come up with much more of them. I hope so. This is something that I found out that people are actually using, and it's really nice. So in conclusion, beacons are really simple technology, really cheap and simple, and they are available to both mobile platforms. So you can use them to augment the experience users have of your app. You can provide them with such services that will make them go by their lives much easier. And I believe this is one of the greatest potentials of this technology. So thank you. We have still some time for questions, so feel free.
One quick question.
Yeah.
The range is being understood by the beacon or the mobile phone?
Sorry?
The range is being understood. For example, we say 1 meter, and this range is being understood on the mobile side or on the beacon side?
So you set up a beacon to have a certain level of signal, so signal strength. And on the mobile side, the OS will get the info on how strong the signal is when it's picked up. So based on the signal strength, you can then APIs can determine what would be the distance.
So it affects the battery usage?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not too much, because this is actually Bluetooth low energy, so it's not really that much battery consumption, but yeah.
Hi. Thanks for the talk, first of all. So we have a beacon installation, or our SDK supports beacons, and we are currently in the process of updating to Android O. And Android O supports or limits the background processes. And I just want to ask you, because the library we are currently using is altbeacon. It's not the one you mentioned, but it's a third-party library.
Okay.
And it's they released a blog post recently, and they mentioned that under Android O, you can only scan for beacons every 15 minutes or even longer. So can you comment on that?
I haven't looked into that part, but I would guess that there is option that you can set up your app to have a foreground service, which requires notification. Of course, it's not that pretty, but in case you have a foreground service, I guess the limits are not that pronounced. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into that.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, more questions? Okay, then. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, you have, oh, sorry, one more question. Yeah.
We use beacons in our company for a while, and we have problem because producer said that it will work for about 1 year, and and the battery was about for one month or 2 months, because we use higher frequency. So how you handle that problem?
Well, this is mostly a question for manufacturers, but you can set up beacons to use different signal strengths and frequency of broadcasting. If you need big increased signal strength and the frequency, I guess you will need to work with manufacturer to get you beacons with a bigger battery, or like to put it where they will have a constant power supply, something like that.